Hey guys, Lumus TCG here. I'm giving you an updated deck profile of our Wargreymon X as I got some information wrong in the last video and I've been practicing for regionals, which at the time of this video will be tomorrow. I've been doing a lot of playtesting and the build could still change. There is one thing that could possibly change in the build, but we'll get to that when we see it. So I just want to give you an updated profile on my Wargreymon X I'm taking to regionals. So to start off with our eggs, we're running 4 Coromon. Draw is so important, I feel, in this deck. Red has got inconsistency problems, so being able to draw is very nice. On to our rookies, we're running triple BT12 Wargreymon, sorry, quadral, not triple. Quadral as BT12 Wargreymon, be able to look at the top 4, grab a tie and a Greymon or an Omnimon, and Digivolve for 0 on top of any Coromon is very nice. The top searching top 4 is nice, and its inheritable comes up quite a bit. Pairing that off with 4 copies of our Wargreymon X antibody as well. Once again, just being able to Digivolve on top of any of our Wargreymons for the cost of 0 to get the draw, and then the search, look at top 3, get a Greymon or an Omnimon and an X antibody. It's going to be probably a go-to staple for a long time. Now we've dropped the promo Wargreymon down to 3. I don't feel like I'm okay with this, with what we've put in place. I'm still running 13 rookies, I'll get to the last 2 in a moment, but thanks to the BT12 Wargreymon, I don't feel like this is fully as needed anymore, and I've honestly not missed the 4th. So, in place of that one, we put in 1 BT5 Wargreymon now to let us search for the Omnimon and the Greymon, since we are running more Omnimons now, as that part of the build has also changed as well. And still running the 1 BT8 Wargreymon to look for the Dragonkin and a Greymon, also searching top 4, lets us grab any of our megas. It's very nice. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell, that way you never miss a thing. Because this is Wargreymon X, we are doing the OTK strategy, so we're running 3 Security +1 Greymons from Structure Deck 1. It's very nice, lets us go in, hit hard and fast for the build with our champions. We're running double BT12 Greymon. I dropped one down as in place of an EX1 Greymon. So this kind of lines up, so this gets the inheritable, this will let us play out. Between them we do get the ties pretty nicely. And on top of that, the Greymon there lets us Digivolve on top of the BT8 Wargreymon, is really nice. Still running triple copies of Greymon X antibody from BT9. Its protection is still just needed, it's very nice. That being said though, I had like 3-4 layers of protection at one point and Beelzer X still got through me. But to pair it off, we've still got the 1 copy of Greymon X antibody from BT11. The X antibody protection is nice, and when we get the reduced Digivolution cost is real nice. Because after all, reducing pink 1 cost for a metal Greymon, you cannot complain. Sometimes it is the difference between keeping it your turn and not, and having a play beat available to you. Paying 1 for this is ridiculous. Having it as a blocker, having something else in blocker, combining it with a Raid Wargreymon, many things make it insane. Piercing is crazy. There's a lot of decks so they want to block or redirect, and we just don't care. Running 1 Ulterius mode, this would give us, so if I preferably like to go into this when we have Greymon X from BT11 in the line, so that way we still get our protection normally that we get from the other Greymon X, as they pair off very nicely, but I'll go into it when I have to. Double copies of Metal Greymon X antibody from BT9 to get that Security +1. This is our main one that we're using, so to try and get hit in hard and fast still. In place of the 3rd Metal Greymon X antibody, we are running 1 copy of BT11 Metal Greymon X antibody. I've been liking this, the cost of 1's nice, we can get 2 if we go into Greymon X, but I've been running a very nasty combo with this recently. So when we go into our BT12 Wargreymon, we get the ability to reboot, and we somehow get the memory set to 0 or something, or we've already pre-got into our Metal Greymon X antibody and get the memory past to 1 on their side. At that point, our line will then reboot during their unsuspend phase, triggering him to then trash the top of their security. And then because Wargreymon X antibody is in the line, something left their security and will gain a memory. So their turn has officially started, but they'll now start on 0. So it's a very dirty play to do with this. Speaking of our megas, we've got 3 copies of Raid Wargreymon. This is the only thing that could change, honestly, between this and the actual going to regionals, is this could get bumped to 4. At the moment, I'm playing 3 of, because that's what I've got access to. And also, I've been liking running a BT1 Wargreymon alongside them. This gets us them plus security hits in. This sometimes is the difference between the OTK or not, but also not triggering option cards when we hit security is very nice. Purely for like the Beelzebub with all the security bombs they could be holding in their security. It's been coming in nice and handy. It's also a cost-free to Digivolve into, which is something I like. Running 2 Wargreymon X antibodies. We've lowered this down. We only need the 2 in the build. It comes up often enough, as much as I want to see it. It is very useful, and it just gives us memory back, lets us delete Digimon, lets us control the board a bit more. So, we're now running Blitz Omnimon. We've kind of took out the merciful mode. It didn't work how I thought it did. So I thought, as upon reading it initially, I thought you got to put 10 from the trash back for every mega in the line. I was completely wrong. It's just you delete for every mega, and then it's just simply 10 in the trash. So with that in mind, I decided to go back to good old Blitz Omni. And we've put him with his partner in crime, Omnimon X Antibody, as we've also dropped the Def X, as I don't feel like it is needed this format. Very useful as in the last format I played. We'll put on playtesting. I'm going back to the tried, true and tested Blitz Omni and his X Antibody counterpart as well. That's it for there. On to our Tamers. 2 memory set of ties that give us security +1. So these are 2 of the 6 ties that we are playing. As alongside them, we are running 4 copies of BT12 tie. This is so important. I was playing it free. I felt like it was okay, but then the more I tested and more I played, the more I kind of wanted that 3rd one to show up. And there was times where I was running the BT6 tie in place until I got my hands on my 4th. And the more I seen the BT6 in hand, the more I wanted it to be the BT12. So I've bumped it up to 4 copies for that, which does mean we have dropped the Yuya because we're now onto option cards. I'm still running the 2 red memory boosts. Red memory boost, I feel, is so important for the deck. Like the search capability, like just be able to make sure you grab your pieces. And on top of that, this almost acts like a memory setter for me at times as well. As if I want to OTK, I generally want to make sure I get put to free memory. So with that in mind, if I've got like a Metal Greymon in the raising or something and I need to make sure I get free and I don't have a memory setter, I'll play this, maybe get some pieces searched, and then I know at any point, unless they've got a Digimon that says otherwise, I can trash this, get myself to free guaranteed, so even if they set me at 1, and it kind of puts all my plays online. Still running only 2 copies of X Antibody. I did bump this down to 1, and I ended up missing it, honestly. So we went back up to 2. I don't feel like I want to go to 3, purely because I can't find the space for it. But for our last option card, 1 Hades Force. 1 is enough. It comes up way more than I wanted to at times. So this is what we're sticking at. Just the 1 copy of the Hades Force. And this won me a 2-0 against Hunters recently. And it's also back in the last format, Hades Force helped me beat Crossart 2-0. So honestly, a 1-of I feel is just fine. So this is it. This is, like I say, my updated, hopefully taking to regionals, Wargreymon X Antibody deck profile. I hope you all enjoyed it. Like I say, the only change that I could be doing between now and the regionals is bumping the Raid Wargreymon up to 4. Stay tuned for more deck profiles, more matches, and box openings coming soon. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Till then.